Oh, there we go. There's the red line. My screen wasn't showing it. Hey everyone, this is Carrie back with How to Homeschool My Child. This is the last video for our homeschool boot camp, homeschool planning boot camp. How great. Y'all are doing great. I just have loved some of the answers that I've seen. I don't remember who put it out, but they put an individual picture out today on what character quality they were going to work on for one of their kids with the Bible verse, because that was yesterday's challenge. And one of the things she said was grit. Let me see if I can find out who that was real quickly, because I just thought, I really hadn't thought about it, but I just thought that is a great thing to actually work with your kids. Where am I? I guess. Let's go to this one. There we go. Well, no. Okay, I will find it and tell you who it is. But that was just such a really good character quality that I hadn't really thought of. And yet I think we really do need to do that. So let's see. That was Rachel Foss. And so she said optimism and grit for one of her children. Anyway, I was impressed with that. I've loved reading your answers. I've loved your questions. I've just enjoyed this entire week. This really pumps me up, and I get excited for you. I get excited because I love sharing the lessons God's taught me, because I did not do everything right, and I need to do things differently. So, we're going to spend just a few minutes today. I have not received any questions today. Maybe fun learning is something y'all are really good at. Maybe I shared enough information. I will tell you, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments right now, that next week I will be talking about some of the topics that I can't type and talk. That we talked about this morning. I will talk a little bit about unit studies. I will talk about level of learning, critical thinking skills in our class on Tuesday. So we spent a lot of time this week talking about planning. Next week, we're going to get really clear on the proven path that you can actually follow. And that will be Tuesday or Wednesday. You can pick your day and time. So if you just go to howtohomeschoolmychild.com/4steps, you can pick your time, and both classes will be live. I will actually be live both times. Now, what I would like to talk about, and if we get some questions about fun learning or any topic that we've covered, I'll go over those. But what I want to talk today is one of the questions we had this morning that I read. How do you include daily living activities, real life skills? I think that is such an important topic. And I think you first need to maybe take a step back, and some real life skills, like I talked about already, like cleaning the house, doing chores around the house, being responsible, learning to cook. I'm here in the kitchen, so you might be teaching your kids some of those skills as well. So those are things I've already talked about. Let's talk about some other real life skills. One of the real life skills that our family wanted to teach our kids was how to have their own business, so they were not always dependent on going to get a job. In fact, Hunter he just started his own business this year. His first client is over there in Hawaii. You've probably heard me talk about him. But that is just so cool that he has the freedom to do that. He can plan his days, his times. He can work as much as he needs to or wants to, I guess, to support himself. I know it's different when you have a family and you're not single, but still, you have a lot of freedom. So that was one of the things that we do. I do have another business. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's familyebiz.com. If you're interested in an online business, just go to familyebiz.com, and there is a blueprint for free on getting started online. So that's one thing. Our kids were all involved in our business, and we paid them well. We didn't expect them to work for nothing. If I have a business, I want to be making enough money. If my kids are working for me, I need to pay them. That is not just part of being in our family. Chores may be a part of being in our family, doing what you're told to. But if you're going to work in our business, we're going to pay you for that. So that's one of the real life skills that we want to teach our kids. They actually learned bookkeeping, so they learned some money management along the way. They all knew how to use QuickBooks. And then when they all took accounting in college, they're like, oh, now I understand QuickBooks. So they knew how to do it, but then all the big principles that I didn't take the time to teach, and I probably should have, started to make a little more sense. They understood a lot of it, but they just really understood the whole big picture of everything. So that was one thing. Some other things, Steve taught Hunter carpentry. The girls could have learned too, but he had some boys' workshops where they built some bookcases. They went to someone's home and built an outdoor playhouse for a family, and all the kids just pitched in for the supplies. And so, or maybe the owner pitched in for supplies and everyone paid Steve $10 or $15 to teach the class because it was an all-week class. So that's it. Some other real life skills I think that are important, and we did work on this, relationships. Not just boy-girl relationships, and that is definitely something you need to communicate and discuss with your kids as they grow up. Sibling relationships, parent-family relationships, friend relationships. How do you get along? What is forgiveness? If you're my Christian Parenting Association, this month we've added an article on forgiveness to help you through that. But so those are some things. I think communication, being able to communicate verbally and written. I know we teach that in school, but let's talk about real life. And some writing programs really do get down to that. Some don't. Do we teach them? Even debate is a real life skill because it gives you the ideas of how to think logically. Time management organization. I talked about that on Tuesday, and how you need to be teaching your kids those types of skills. And then finally, I would say, and this isn't a bad word for Christians, self-care. Self-care is important. Not me being selfish about self-care, but me taking care of myself so that I can take care of others, so I can be a blessing to others. So that means it's how do we eat healthily? How do we take care of our body? How do we spend time with God? I think a lot of self-care is founded in the Bible, and that's where we need to be teaching our kids self-care. I talk a lot about this in character building and our heart, and I'll talk a little bit about that on Tuesday again. That link is down in the comments if you want to sign up for 4 Steps class next week. So those are just some real life skills. Now, the cool thing about it is in February, I was so excited when I saw this question, is in February, we're going to have our 2nd annual Life Skills Leadership Summit. It is all at the end of February, and we will have a track of leadership and a track of life skills. And we have, I think, 25, 30 speakers. I haven't looked at the last count. And we will probably have at least 40 or 50 sessions through the week that people can come and go. You can get a free ticket. It will be available to start, I think, on February 7th. If you have signed up for anything with me, or if you're in this group, we will let you know when it's time to sign up for that free ticket. So there is a way to actually attend and be able to listen and watch all the sessions for free. So that's exciting. And yes, we will cover every single topic that I just went through, because those topics are the topics in life skills. So every day we will have a leadership skill, those 4 steps. Come next Tuesday, you'll find out what they all are. So we'll have one of those and a general leadership. And then we will have 5 days of different life skills. And some of those are entrepreneurship and business and money management, communication, relationship, organization, self-care. All of those will be included. And so we have specialists and experts in all of those areas that are willing to share with you, and you can actually come for free. So let me see if we have any questions. No questions. So I'm going to wrap it up right now. Thank you for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child. If you haven't finished the challenges, you still have time through the weekend. We will announce Monday morning a random prize entry. You're going to like this. If you want to follow God and raise your kids in godly character and all, you're going to like what we have. So I will be sending that out. I'll announce it. I don't know the winner because we're still waiting on y'all to turn them in. And if you want to, you can use the hashtag Homeschool Planning Bootcamp, and you can find all the posts, or you can just look on the side. There's a list of hashtags on the homepage here. Thanks for spending time with me. Y'all have a great weekend. Relax. You deserve it.